take the,
Asking price 95, but we will accept the highest bid. 95, our highest bid received.
So you guys want to get the highest potential price and move it? Is that the?
Well, this gets a little complicated, because
if you start doing that though,
I would keep a 75, I would say $75,000 minimum bid.
Okay, then what are you gonna do when you get three $75,000 bids?
Give them an opportunity to.
We'll reach out to those three and say, you've got 2 weeks for your best and
I
final
wanna
offer.
give them 2 weeks, 10
If they're
days.
still, they're still even, if these two would have been even, we would have had to pick one of them.
Honestly, we also can do an auction where it goes and set a reserve price. The statute allows us to do that. The idea being that we move it and achieve our best possible price.
I think it's more complicated than it needs to be.
You have to follow the statutory process.
They met the requirements other than what they bid. I would sell it now.
You either meet the requirements or you don't. We had a $95,000 minimum requirement. What requirements weren't met? So I don't disagree, it's more complicated than the private sector.
I'd rather move it on today too, and be done with it, but I think we better make sure.
Then I make a motion to sell it today. What is that, $75,000 offer?
The offer, who has a $75,000 offer?
My win.
Yeah, good one in mind.
Yeah.
But it did not meet the advertised requirements.
Yeah, I think we need to do a little research on it before we sell it. If we could sell it that way, I would let it go, but yeah.
I'd sell it today if we could sell it this way, but if we advertise $95,000 minimum, it did not meet the requirements.
Well, what's the statute say? Because I have been told that if you advertise that you don't get the minimum bid, you're free. That basically takes care of that requirement, and you can sell it. We could sell it today if we wanted to.
I don't know that we can.
Well, can you check that out?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and I'll entertain a motion to table this so that we
this
can
meeting.
review
Yeah,
the requirements of the statute.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Commissioner Taylor. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Arnold. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0.
Yeah, if we could sell it the next meeting, that would be great.
Right. Okay, the project updates. These are real quick. So, on the old Highway 50 corridor, we did receive an award notification from NDOT on part of that project. I had a call reached out to Rusty Fowler yesterday. We're gonna have a conference call Thursday with Chris and the lady who's in charge of the grants. Long story short, they awarded half of the funding, if you will, just for the roundabout only.
There's the safety award.
The safety piece of
Yeah.
it. So, and again, there's more discussion we have to have there, is it a $3 million issue that we're trying to fix out there? That's what it seems like. A roundabout's the answer to everything now. But anyway, reach out to Rusty, see what our options were, and he had a couple of ideas on how we could perhaps get the rest of that project funded. Could be through a federal call, which could delay it a little bit, but
We're already delayed anyhow.
We haven't even approved the project
It's like
yet.
2027 right now for calling, right?
This would be, in that time
Yeah.
frame. So we're working on that, and that was the main thing that we discussed this week, was that, so.
I know everybody hates roundabouts, but that area right there probably does, it would make more sense for a roundabout there than a stoplight or anything else.
Yeah, it gets,
Obviously, the stop signs are not working.
well, it gets complicated, because when you look at the 8 accidents that's happened there over the past decade, there's 3 different causes of the accidents. And that stop sign coming northbound on 150 was like a third of the accidents.
Yeah.
So the other ones, if someone gets rear-ended turning north, someone's turning left, and someone's turning right off of 150. So the problem is you look at his heat map on the dangerous intersections in Daviess County, he's got like 12 red circles throughout Daviess County. So whatever precedent we set here, are we gonna have 12 roundabouts throughout the county? I don't think there's any way we would.
There's no way, you can't afford them.
So I just get.
The only way we afford this one, because it's 90-10, right? 90%.
Yeah, because it's.
Federal highway,
we're
10% local.
And theoretically, Washington may, 20 years, Washington has to
Annex.
expand some way, maybe they have 2 roundabouts as bookends to the city. This is kind of dreamland, but, so, anyway, we got a call on Thursday. The time's not scheduled yet. Rusty's at road school. And then we'll see what their suggestions are. But we're trying to get the bridge, the overlay, and that intersection all in one project, so. More to come. All right, next up, I've got the DSI, hi, good morning, Sharon. DSI facility lease, I think, we all received some emails on
Yep.
this one.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Thank you for having me this morning. I appreciate it. I know it was last minute. We are working on a grant through the United Way that is for capital improvement to our building. And in some of the language in the grant application, it asks if we have a renewal clause for our lease for our building out at Red Door. And I don't find that anywhere. And Grant, I don't know if you looked at that, because I might have missed it in all of that.
There's language about renewal, but it does just have kind of a flat termination in 2032. So
Yes,
there's
2032.
There's language about it, but it wouldn't be like what I would call maybe a proper renewal. But of course, you have the option to renew at any point or extend at any point unless the document wouldn't allow that.
Okay. And so it doesn't disallow it.
It talks about renewal in this top. Talks about renewal rights. And if there are any rights of extension or renewal remaining under the terms of the sublease, the same have not, as of the date of this letter, been exercised. So it says from 1990 to 2032, and it talks about renewal. I guess it doesn't have like a proper sentence that says this is how you renew, but you could do that. I mean, you could extend it at any time if that's what you need.
Okay.
Depends on what you're needing and what the board would like to do.
I mean, the actual original letter said that we had to have a lease of 5 years or more, so we have that. I just feel like it would strengthen my grant request if I were able to answer that question. Do we have an option to renew? Yes.
Are you providing them with all the information here?
Yes.
Okay.
I have inundated her with information. And thank you to Debbie Goodwin. I don't know if she's here today or not, but she's been a lifesaver because we couldn't find the lease, and then they couldn't find the lease, and she finally found it, so she's my hero.
Are you wanting like just the board to say that they would be willing to extend this from 2032 forward, or what are you?
Yeah, I think if I just had something in writing saying that that is an option, I think that's really all I need. And I don't know if that could just be like an addendum or a letter from you all.
Can we just put in the minutes that we agree
Or in
to
minutes.
grant her an extension or option agreement
Yeah.
for an additional 10 years?
We can put a simple document together too if you
Continue
need it.
renewal.
What was the first agreement? How many years?
42.
42?
I don't know, I'm trying to wrap some logic around
You
that
gonna
number.
put another 50
I
in?
think it was actually before that. I think this one was actually a revise because we had to change it to Four Rivers from Red Door.
Yeah.
So I believe it was executed maybe in the 70s.
For a 10-year renewal.
Yeah.
How about you check on what you need in your document, and then it sounds like the board would be
Yeah,
amenable to.
Maybe let's do a couple of things just to save everyone some time. Let's go ahead and entertain a motion for a 10-year renewal. Maybe just add an addendum in here. And that way she can have that as a supporting documentation.
Perfect.
Especially
10-year
2042.
10-year option.
10-year option
Yeah.
at the conclusion of the existing lease.
Lease, yeah.
Is that cool?
That would be fine. I mean, I would get it in the minutes, but you probably want something in writing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You
Yeah.
give her a 10-year option in writing.
An
But,
extension.
Extensions to 2042, yeah. So moved.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner Taylor. So we have second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arnold. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And motion passes 3-0.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
Hey, Scott Myers is not going to be here today. He sent an update regarding the eclipse, and he's got the plan from the state police. He's reaching out to the DNR now. Obviously, he's been meeting with Gary and so forth. So from a public safety standpoint, I think we're good there. And then I know each municipality's kind of having their own meetings regarding their particular events, so looks like things are moving along there, so.
So your birthday party.
Yes, everyone's getting excited. I know. I know. Hopefully I'll be in Arizona watching Purdue play, but.
There you go.
We'll see. All right, Health Department credit card request.
Yes, so that is just basically a request asking for the health department to have an additional card. The health department currently has 2 cards, and they are basically asking for a third. One of them has kind of been shared within the office, and now with some travel and different things, they're wanting this second request. So currently, the 2 individuals that were sharing a card had a $3,000 limit. We're just asking to add an additional card, but to split that limit from 2,000, so it only increases our limit $1,000 overall.
Got all that? Entertain a motion.
So moved. I got it.
Made by Commissioner Taylor. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arnold. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Thanks, James. BZA appointment, Darren Helms is, no longer lives in the area, so he reached out to one of his colleagues that he works with, and Jeff Norris called me last week and said Adam Robinson, who works for Landmark, has agreed to take Darren's position if we should so choose, so.
Yeah, I don't have any issue with that.
Okay, Ron?
I think he's the best qualified, and sounds like he is with his background, so I have no issue.
I have a younger guy too, so
Yeah.
let me get him involved, so. Entertain a motion to approve Adam Robinson as the BZA member.
Okay. So moved.
A motion made by Commissioner Taylor. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arnold. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Courthouse renovation update. I guess first off, what I'd like to maybe throw out there is maybe starting from now on, after we did this at the, when we did the Annex 2, where we had an industrial-ish meeting.
First meeting, yeah.
After the commissioners' meeting, it was just a standing meeting in case they have any issues. Right now, they kind of come to me in real time, and then I try to email the ones that you guys, some of them are just easy.
Yeah.
But some of them are a little bit more complicated. But I'd like to go ahead, if we can, go ahead and schedule the recurring industrial meetings or admin meetings, whatever you guys need, whatever they are, after each commissioners meeting, in case that Dale Riley has any topics for the commissioners regarding the construction project. We have that little block of time.
Time frame there, yeah.
Some weeks we may not have to meet at all. But I don't know if you guys need to talk about that, or if we can go ahead and do that.
We need to advertise.
We can discuss
Do
it.
that, but we may put something, I think we did it last time. Also, there's a variety of ways to do it. We'll connect.
Yeah, if we can advertise it, it's great. There better be a closed door. We wouldn't.
No decision, yeah.
Any decisions that you need to make, you'll bring to the next
Next
open
commissioner meeting, yeah.
Yeah.
So at the last minute, we added, it got missed on the agenda for our software that we currently have for financials with Lao.
Okay.
We are wanting to add in the option of part of their system. It's an add-on for remote claims. We've had a few departments reaching out, wanting to still go more into the digital realm, and they have that option. So it's a $4,000 annual amount that would be added into our annuals for the maintenance and all that. In the breakdown, it's a $2,000 for storage because everything will be stored in the system digitally. And the $2,000 then is for the maintenance and them maintaining the software side of it. I've spoken with Dale, and Dale's even talked with Lau in the different pieces of it, and he didn't have any issues either.
Okay. So I've got the invoice quote here for $4,000 for Lao regarding that remote access.
Yep, I don't have any issue with it.
Ron, you good?
Fine by me.
Okay, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
A motion made by Commissioner Taylor. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arnold. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Right, good. Anything else, commissioners? Anything from the audience? Okay, I'd entertain a motion to approve payroll claims and to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
A motion made by Commissioner Taylor. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Arnold. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes 3-0. Meeting